Hi! Happy Thursday. Today is my case. Um, this one was recommended by Kirsten, I think. I don't know how you knew about the case, but um,
I think I heard on Crime Junkie. I think is where I first heard it.
okay. I had never heard about this case, and actually, it's really occurred not that far from where I live. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, ooh, kind of close to home.
Yeah.
All right. We are talking about the disappearance of Asia Degree. Asia Degree was born August 5th, 1990, in Shelby, North Carolina. She grew up in a suburban home in the metropolitan area of Charlotte, North Carolina. Her family consisted of her parents, Harold and Akila, and her older brother, who was born in 1989. He was named O'Brien Degree. Harold and Akila were married on February 14th, 1988. He worked as a dock laborer, and she actually built pianos for a living, which I thought was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the kids were raised in a pretty simple house with like strict rules, where the kids got home from school. They knew they needed to sit down, do their homework, get their chores done while the parents were still at work, which kind of was like a typical, I feel like, 90s family. And I kind of grew up in that same
Yeah.
rules of parents working, and we all got home from school and needed to take care of, we were expected to just do what mom and dad said.
Right, yeah.
Asia was described as a well behaved, kept to herself, was very involved with her family, church, school, and sports. Asia was a fourth grader at Paulson Elementary School. She was a star point guard of the basketball team. This story starts actually on the weekend of February 11th, 2000, which was a holiday for the kids. So they ended up going to their aunt's house while the parents were working that Friday. Asia had her first basketball game of the season. They unfortunately had lost it, and she was a little upset about it. But she seemed,
Aw.
yeah, she seemed to get over it pretty quick, kid things. February 13th, which was a Sunday, they went to church as usual as a family and spent the rest of the day preparing to go back to school the next day on Monday. Akila had the kids in bed by 8 p.m. that night, and by 9 p.m., a car accident knocked out the power in the neighborhood. By 12:30 a.m., now we're on to the 14th, the power came back on, and Harold checked on both of the kids at this time, and they were both asleep in their bed. Around 2:30,
That was 12:30 you
yep,
said.
12:30 a.m. So we're on
Okay.
February 14th now.
Okay.
Around 2:30 a.m., Dad comes back in to check on them one more time before he heads to bed that night, and both of the kids again were in their beds asleep. Not too long after that, O'Brien had heard Asia's bed squeak, but he was just thinking that his sister was changing positions or whatever, and he just fell back asleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought anything.
Right? Like I grew up sleeping with my sister right across from me, and I mean, you're getting up to use the
Yeah.
bathroom and
Yeah.
everything else. Like I wouldn't have thought anything, honestly.
No. Yeah.
Apparently, it seemed that Asia got up, grabbed her backpack that she had already had packed with a few sets of clothes and personal items, and she left the house out through the front door. Between 3:45 and 4:15 a.m., two different motorists saw Asia walking south on Highway 18 wearing a long-sleeve white shirt and white pants. One of the drivers had turned their car around to go check because they couldn't believe that they saw a small child walking not only in the middle of the night, but it was a stormy night that night. When he passed her again, it must have spooked her because she ran into the woods and disappeared. And based on the description of the sighting, we believe that that's the last time anybody would see Asia.
Maybe they scared her and she thought like it was a kidnapper or
I mean,
something.
yeah, and you can't blame, a child thinking that in the middle of the night and
Yeah.
because the car passed her twice.
Yeah.
Back at the Degree house, it's 5:45 a.m. Akila went to go wake up the kids for school. She ran a bath first before entering the children's room just before 6:30 a.m. when their alarm was set. She discovered Asia was not in the bed, and of course, as a mother, she began searching everywhere, even in the cars parked outside. And she told Harold, and he suggested that maybe she went to the family's house that is just across the street. So Akila picked up the phone and gave the family a call, and they confirmed that Asia was not there. So, understandably, we are panicking and we call the police.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine how scary that
Ugh,
would
I
be.
couldn't imagine. Like, I don't know. I didn't get details on exactly how big this house was, but like,
Hmm.
you could only search so much before, like, you just kind of,
Right.
I couldn't imagine. Um, but in this case, police were pretty prompt. A police and canine unit were there by 6:45 a.m., but they were unable to pick up on a scent from Asia.
Hmm.
With all of the noise around the neighborhood yelling her name, neighbors began joining in on the search. By 7 a.m., everyone had pretty much canceled their plans and began a massive began began in this massive search that day for this little girl. And like the whole, it became a community matter. Like everybody was in on it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
The Degree pastor came over to the house to offer some support, but by the end of the day, only a mitten that did not belong to Asia was found. At this time is when the drivers came forward with their stories of the sightings of Asia that morning to police, because now it was catching everybody's attention.
Yeah.
So, February 15th, during the search, a shed that was close to some local businesses and near where Asia was last seen was looked into. They entered the shed, and while searching around, it was a small little shed, they wound up finding candy wrappers, a pencil, green marker, and a yellow hair bow that Akila identified as Asia's hair bow. They also found a picture of a black girl around the same age as Asia, and that little girl was never identified. February 16th, of course, Akila has finally had a few days. She got to look around Asia's room to see exactly what she wound up packing. So I have a full list here of what Asia's backpack consisted of when she left that house that day. She packed her black and beige book bag with jeans with a red stripe, a long sleeve white shirt, a red vest with black trim, black overalls with Tweety Bird, black,
Uh,
I know, black and white long sleeve shirt, her basketball uniform, a lime green Tweety Bird purse, black shoes, her wallet, 3 family photos, and her house keys. The search continued.
she had house keys that young.
Yeah, because remember they're coming home from school and have to like let themselves into the house and get their
Oh,
get their
yeah.
chores and stuff done.
Yeah, me and my sister had to do that. We had our. I had my own key in like first grade.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I was gonna say, like my parents
was a different time back then.
yeah, it was a different time back then.
Yeah.
The search continued for about a week with 9,000 man hours of searching around a 3-mile radius of where she was last seen. Flyers were distributed all around town, and nearly 300 tips came in, but none of them were the lead that police were looking for. On February 22nd, the FBI and North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation put Asia in their missing children's database. After the FBI and SBI took a full look at all of the evidence they currently collected, here's what they predicted could have happened with the missing items and how she planned everything. They believe she planned it over a few days, but the biggest problem they were having is there was no reason for her to run away. There was no problems at
Mm-hmm.
home, nothing with school, no social life issues. So the question was, why did Asia run away, and what were her intentions when she left the house that night?
Right.
She was only a little girl, what?
Yeah, like where could she have been planning to go that she needed a few days worth of clothes?
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, would a little girl at that age really be responsible enough to pack all those items?
Right, yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean, I feel,
Or was someone telling her what to pack?
yeah, that crossed my mind too, actually. That's what I was thinking, is like, did somebody tell her what to pack?
Right.
But I don't know.
And it's really scary to think about. Like, was she leaving to go meet an older person?
Yeah.
It's also like at her age and at this time, like there wasn't internet. Well, there wasn't computers that kids were using, really.
No.
Um, so, like, how would she have met someone? Like, someone grooming her at school?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like, and I hate to say this, but like, she was active in church,
Yeah,
active with
it's
the
true.
family, family friends. I don't know.
I mean, kidnappings are often with someone that the victim knows.
Yeah.
So she easily could have been very comfortable being like, oh, yeah, let me go pack my bag and meet up with you. I know you.
Yeah. After she had left her home that night, the police best guess is she was either abducted or got lost out there. The Degree family,
Both would be very sad. Either way.
yeah, very sad.
Like that poor little thing getting lost in February
Yeah. Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, it can get cold down here in the South.
Yeah.
The Degree family appeared on the Montel Williams show to bring attention to the case, and also a segment aired about Asia's disappearance on America's Most Wanted and the Oprah Winfrey Show. In March, a billboard was put up on Highway 18 near where Asia was last seen with all of her information on it. So now from here, it's going to be just little bits of information of how this case progressed slowly over the years. There's a lot of just little tidbits that happen here and there. But at the end, we do have some 2025 updates. So
Nice.
now we're into May of 2001. A stock car racer named Travis Kittleson put Asia's picture on his car for a race in Concord, North Carolina. This race was aired on TNN, and Travis was hoping that this would bring even more attention to Asia's case and get the Degree maybe some answers at this point. Now into August 3rd, 2001, Terry Fleming, a 44-year-old contractor, clearing a lot for a construction site in the same county, but 26 miles or 42 kilometers away from where Asia was last seen. While digging, he found a backpack wrapped in two black trash bags. There was a piece of paper with Asia's name and phone number inside. He was unaware of the case at this time, but his wife is the one that informed him, so he went and turned it in. Evidence collected from this item was sent to Quantico to be tested at the FBI lab. Along with some of Asia's belongings, there was a Dr. Seuss book found that belonged to her school library but did not belong to Asia.
Okay.
And also a New Kids on the Block t-shirt that
Cool.
wasn't hers as well.
Hmm.
Yep. Now we've skipped ahead. We're in 2005. For about 2 months, Asia and an age progressed photo that the FBI had made of her was featured on work vehicles of two North Carolina companies. Their names were Serve Pro and Republic GDS. Again, this was just another attempt to bring more attention back to Asia's unsolved disappearance. She is missing for 5 years at this point.
Oh.
In 2008, a scholarship program was made in honor of Asia. The Degree family also started an annual walk to raise awareness, where they walked from the Degree house to the billboard on Highway 18. And that billboard is located very near where she was last seen. They do this usually in February, but since she went missing on Valentine's Day, and that also, if you caught that in the beginning, she also went missing on her parents' anniversary.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. They try not to schedule it on that day, so usually they've been scheduling that walk just someday in February. Now we're jumping ahead to February 2015. The FBI decided to take another look into this case. They decided to offer a $25,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the person responsible for the disappearance. Then a local community group put up an additional $20,000 on top of that reward.
It's a decent reward.
Yeah. In May of 2016, the FBI announced a possible lead that Asia may have been seen being pulled into a green Lincoln Thunderbird 1970s model on the night of February 14th. In September 2017, FBI brought in CARD, Child Abduction Rapid Deployment. The agency assisted the FBI on ground search and a deeper dive into the disappearance. They also assisted in behavioral analysis and analytical support for about 10 days. And they would also get together and discuss any new findings in the case a couple of times a month. Since they started working together, they have helped conduct 300 interviews related to this case. So I will say, usually our cases are, and I know like this, maybe they didn't right away, but I can at least give them props that they're trying,
Yeah.
and they're very late at it, but they're trying.
Yeah, they're pulling out their weapons and they're getting things done.
Yeah. So now we're into October of 2018. Detectives release photos and ask the public about the two items that did not belong to Asia that were found inside of her backpack, and they were hoping to just jog somebody's memory by showing these photos and stuff. Now we skip to September 2024. We're getting a little juicy here now. We might be getting somewhere.
Yes.
So September 2024, a search warrant was executed based on physical evidence at one of the daughters of Roy and Connie Dedman. The Dedmans had three daughters. One lives in Texas and the two live in North Carolina. The girls would have been 13, 15, and 16 at the time of Asia's disappearance. Investigators believe the daughter would have been too young to commit a crime like this. The testing on the items found in Asia's backpack that were sent to Quantico revealed two different DNA samples found, one belonging to Russell Bradley Underhill, and the second sample was narrowed down to a blood relative to one of the Dedman's daughters.
Interesting.
Underhill lived in two different properties that Roy and Connie owned during the time that Asia disappeared. One of these properties was searched in 2024, and the warrant to search this one, this is a little sad, was the first time you will see Asia listed as a homicide victim.
Oh.
So
Which after all this
the 20,
time, it's likely.
yeah, yeah, unfortunately, yeah. With finding the backpack and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Underhill was found dead in 2004 in his home. So nothing we could, this is 2024 now where this DNA has come back. So he's been
Yeah.
dead 20 years at that point. Some interesting information detectives learned during their search of one of the Deadman's daughters in the daughter's property in September of 2024 is that the daughter admitted to driving a 1964 AMC Rambler in 2000, which is a similar body type to a Thunderbird. She was given that car from her father in 1999.
Is it also
Don't
green?
ask me how. It is green.
Oh.
Um, they were able to seize that car. They were still hanging on to that car. I don't.
Hmm.
And we're in
That can be
2024,
kind of
September.
suspicious too if they're still hanging on to it.
Yeah, I mean, so they seized that car on September 11th of 2024, and they also obtained a warrant to search the daughter's phone because when the detectives served that search warrant, they observed her communicating on her cell phone during the home interview. And these, I have the text messages from the daughter's phone records between, it wound up being a conversation between the three daughters.
Okay.
So these are records from September 10th of 2024 of the conversation. And now it'll be, the texts are between, they just go by letters, daughter A, daughter L, and daughter S. And since this is kind of a long conversation, I'm going to make it easy and just say A, L, or S.
Okay.
So, A, I am so sorry. I just said all that. A, I am just in complete shock. L, it's okay. I'm leaving school. These are over the next day between the three daughters as well. So it's kind of like split up a little bit. It may not flow and make as much sense, but
Okay.
S, they think it's our shirt. It's not her shirt. S, her mom said it wasn't hers. S, I don't remember that shirt. I'm scared though. Dad is probably going to be a huge suspect. S, L, can you talk? S, this is a nightmare. I'm like shaking and can't walk now either. A, L, you don't need to be talking to anyone. I'm at the lawyer office. A, now they advise we should all not talk to them without representation. L, this is going to get nothing but worse. I'm talking to my doctor at 5 to get something for my nerves. L, I'm just so worried, so worried. L, I mean, it's a nightmare that's going to keep getting worse. I can see nothing good happening anytime soon, and I'm an optimist. L, there is no way this is going to be okay. L, what's going to happen to me since I won't talk to them? L, I'm afraid it's going to get worse. Well, he told me it's going to. S, I know, girl, I'm a disaster. S, I think if they come at you again, you just go and be compliant. S, that's what I'm planning on doing. L, I think so too. Honestly, I mean, I want to do what dad says. According to, and this is a quote from a news article I got, according to court documents, authorities approached daughter L several times to get her to take a polygraph test, which she refused, and phone records show that she spoke on the phone with her ex-husband for more than 45 minutes, who also refused to cooperate with police.
So their dad is dead, right?
Daughter, No, he's still kicking.
Oh. Well, who was the guy you said died 20 years ago?
The person who rented from Roy and Connie,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Underhill. He was
Underhill. Yeah.
renting their properties. Yeah. And daughter S also reportedly declined to be interviewed until a later date. At that time, in September, the daughters refused any kind of polygraph tests and would not cooperate with police. So, what did the police do? But on February 18th, 2025, they got a search warrant for daughter S and Roy Dedman's cell phone.
Heck yes.
Yep. And our last update that we have is from April 4th of 2025. Police searched the other property that Roy and Connie Dedman owned from 1991 to 2004. And all this is so new that no other further details about this has come out. You know, I do know that the evidence was collected,
Hmm.
but we have no answers on what, because it's still so fresh. But
Yeah, it's probably
I'm
still being tested.
yeah, but like it made me, when I started I didn't realize that there was a new update in this case when I started researching this, until I
Hmm.
was like deep diving in, and I was like, wow, okay, like it made me really hopeful. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
they're still trying, you
Yeah.
know. So
Sounds like they have a
um
lot to work with those text messages. Like,
yeah, right,
what is
don't you
going
think they're
on
a little
there?
juicy? Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
thought they were a little
They they
juicy.
have they have the tea about something.
Right,
Like,
like the
whether
bringing up
they
the
were
shirt thing.
involved with the disappearance or they know who did it.
Yeah,
It's one of the two.
like exactly. And saying like, oh, dad's going to be a big suspect. But I don't, the police automatically writing off the girls saying that they were too young to commit that crime. I don't believe that.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, how did they know? How would they have found her, known her? Did they go to school together? Like, how, like, it's like, how did, unless maybe they met through church, but didn't say they lived like 26 miles away or something.
No, the backpack was found 26 miles away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how far did they live from where Asia was? Or where Asia lived?
I didn't Google map how far, like, from her address was the Roy and Connie's rental properties. But
Hmm.
since, um, I guess they also found the DNA of Underhill on that
Yeah.
backpack, though.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a more likely suspect, I guess. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't write off the girls so quickly. Maybe the girls know something.
Yeah, they definitely do because why are they so scared if they don't? Like, if you're not
Yeah.
involved, why would you be so scared that police are searching your vehicle and your phone?
And why would you say, I don't remember that shirt?
Yeah. Like, they know there was a shirt found.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And, like, they're trying to be like, I don't know, make it seem like it does make it seem like they are involved in some way. But it was so long
some way,
ago, they're
right?
like, man, I don't remember that shirt. Was that shirt
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe because I didn't have any information of like them talking to Connie or Roy at all. Connie and
Hmm.
Roy don't live together anymore. They are separated.
Okay.
So, um, I didn't get any information of them like interviewing him or anything.
Yeah. And you
It
know,
seems
is
like
this
they
family white
the um Roy and
and the
the
girls? Yeah.
daughters.
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't even know the daughters' names. It's
Oh,
very
that's right,
private.
because they're just
I don't.
daughters.
Yeah, I don't even know what they look like. I don't know how old these girls are, other than, well, I guess we could do the math if they were 13, 15, and 16 in 2000, you know.
What was the dad's name again? I'm gonna look him up on Google quick.
Roy Deadman. Should I put Jeopardy music in?
I'm seeing pictures. I don't. It says the Deadman family. I don't know for sure if this is them, but they're white. And just of note for
Okay.
viewers, Ava is black.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like
She.
they're white. So
Okay.
that also makes it like, how did she how did she
Hmm.
meet these people? This whole family. I
Yeah.
think church would
What
be
if
most
they could
likely,
have
but
been driving that night
yeah,
and him? It could have been the dad or Underhill driving that car that night,
that's true. They could
and
have just picked her up,
yeah, could have just picked her up.
but that also doesn't explain why she packed a bag and where was she going. Like for it to
I
be like a
don't know.
random
Do you? I
abduction
guess
on
maybe
the side
she.
of the road.
I do you think it could be, yeah, a possibility of wrong place, wrong time for Asia?
Potentially, but with this evidence that's coming to light, I don't know.
Like that they were just she just happened to run away that night, and they just happened to be driving on that road that night, and they just happened to see her
Hmm.
and capitalized on what they saw as a despicable opportunity. But
Right. Or was
like
she going
what
to meet them?
or what? Yeah, but
But why?
yeah, I don't know.
Like, what
Yeah, but
if
why?
three white teenage girls need to meet up with? And how old was Asia? Like 6 or something?
She was 9.
9. Like, why? That's kind of like a far enough age gap where you question like, why are you talking to or hanging out with this little girl or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, that's too far of an age gap, and also like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also suspicious what everything that Asia packed, because I feel like
Hmm.
I don't know if a 9-year-old is packing a bag. That's not what they're going to pack. I feel like
Right. Yeah. Like it does seem
it's,
planned, or
yeah, it's
like she
not
was
like her
instructed
family
on
was
what to
like
pack.
yeah, because it doesn't seem like her family was any kind of like I don't know. She wasn't packing for like survival or
Right.
like she
Like there were
wasn't.
no snacks that they mentioned being found or taken.
No, no. They had candy wrappers. They saw the candy wrappers in the shed,
Hmm. But it was
but
Valentine's Day, so she probably had some candy
yeah,
from that.
yeah, probably. Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know.
But hopefully, I guess look out for maybe. I'm like fingers crossed. Maybe in the next year they could pound out some of the DNA testing, and maybe we could get
Yeah.
some answers.
Yeah, I
Like
feel
that would
like
be awesome.
with what they have, it sounds pretty promising that this could be
It
solved.
does. I know. And like this is the first case we've done of like somebody who's been missing for so long that kind of like isn't solved yet, but kind of sounds
Yeah.
like it could. Like I kind of got
Yeah.
excited about it. Like
And based on
so
the text messages, these girls have a guilty conscience, it sounds like.
yeah, it sounds like that to me too.
So if they do get the evidence that, yes, they all were involved, we know this for sure, maybe one of them would come forward and say where her body is.
Yeah, I hope one of them cracks,
Yeah.
and does the
The
right
one
thing
girl's
for
wanted her
Asia.
doctor for anxiety meds over it. Like,
Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know what else screams guilty.
right. You're not going to do that because
Guilty of
someone
something.
looked at your phone or looked at your car if you're
Yeah,
innocent. You're not going to be.
yeah. Guilty of something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope it
hopefully we
wasn't
can
like a
give an
whole
up.
family affair. Like all these people are involved in some way.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah. At the same
But
time, it's
I
like,
don't
what
know.
would the motive even be? I still don't even know what the motive is. Even if they did do it, what the heck's the
No,
motive? Like,
we don't have any answers is the problem too. Is like why did she leave, and like I don't know. It's just a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, and she even took her school library book. So, like, was she planning to go to school later that
That
day or
wasn't
something?
her book, though.
Oh, that's right, it wasn't
That
hers.
wasn't her book. Yeah, that wasn't her book.
So I wonder where did
So
that
that
book come
was,
from?
where did the New Kids on the Block t-shirt come from?
Yeah,
In her backpack,
maybe
yeah,
these kids did
along
go
her
to school with
travels.
her. I don't know.
I don't know either. So many unanswered questions in
Yeah,
these. It's tough.
it is.
But I'm going to say it now. We will be giving a update in the future
Yeah,
for Asia's case. I'm putting it out there in the universe.
yeah. I feel very hopeful about this one. There's something there.
Yeah, me too. So keep. Oh God, I blanked.
um,
Make like a shadow
yeah.
and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at.
Lurking in the Shadows podcast
Check us out on TikTok.
and Lurking in the Shadows pod
If you have any comments, questions, or cases, send us an email.
and Lurking in the Shadows podcast at gmail.com. And please like, share, rate, comment, subscribe, everything. That will help us get our name out there because we're really passionate about this project and we want to be able to share these stories with as many people as we can. So keep
Yes.
looking around for our next episode. Bye.
Bye.